Okay, hit my share screen. Cool. All right, so we're going to go over the morning enrollment for our 2006 benefit election for BWC education. And we'll do new medical plan. Now, we still got to go through the final underwriting step. So what we're going to do is I'll go over the benefits here today. We'll look at deductions, talk about some improvements that are happening and your benefits, which are substantial. And then we'll talk about how to go through the enrollment process. So we'll send everybody a link. Now, if you're going to make change plan, if you're already enrolled on it, you're going to make changes, then you'll need to go into the link, which takes you into the portal or delete coverages. Now, if you're not on the plan, we're going to need everybody to go in and fill out. And I think we've got about 7 people that are not enrolled on the plan now. So we'll need to get enrollments from you guys. I'm going to explain why those and everybody in just a minute. So your plan is going to be paid for at 100% by. So you're going to have no employee contribution to go towards your medical plan. And just so you know, the cost of that to your employer is about $7,472 annually. It's a significant contribution, being that they've provided that. The plan that we're going to, we'll do the enrollment. We want to try to finish it up Wednesday, get it submitted. Then it's got to go through the final stage of underwriting before everything is finalized. So we got to go that next step yet. But this for January 1, we need to try to finish this up in the next few days and get it so we can have cards and those kinds of things. All right, so Built Right Education will be offering a triad benefit plan. It will be using the Cigna network. Now, it is their network. Triad plan is the plan, and we'll show you, go to the claims payer and so forth, but we will have a third-party administrator who actually pays the claim. It's called Acuity, and you'll have access. You'll have a card. It'll explain how on the card to use your benefits and submit claims. There's a network we're providing you here on a directory for Cigna where you can go find a doctor, go find bills and so forth. But you'll need to take that. There may be some changes in doctors that are on one network or the other, but I think you're going to find there's a whole lot of overlap. Usually, real significant. Most of the doctors are on both these networks usually. So remember, a company paying 100% premium, these are the payroll deductions that you'll see is $0 for the employee. That employee and spouse premium, of course, that 1206, it includes this 620. So the employee per pay period, now that's a weekly. Jordan, do you have anybody that's not on a weekly deduction basis?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so that'd be $134.68 per week for an employee with their spouse. If you want to cover your children, $774, your family, $269.36. So as an benefit, the company's also going to provide accidental death and dismemberment insurance policy that will be up to, that says 2.5 times. It'll be 2 times salary up to $300,000. 2 times your salary up to $300,000. We've got a volunteer as well for dental, vision. These are the payroll deductions. You pay 100% of those. They're voluntary. And benefits with that in just a minute. Here are your vision. We're adding a vision benefit. So if you wish to enroll in vision, here are the vision payroll deductions. you'll see $1.32, very inexpensive if you want that. You're going to see a couple of here that I want to point out. Here's a website for the third-party administrator. That's a claim payer. Try it as a program manager. The pharmacy benefit company will be Disclosed RX. So that's what we call a fiduciary pharmacy benefit manager. They don't mark up the cost of the drugs like your insurance company on pharmacy benefit managers do. So that typically winds up, especially on like specialty drugs and so forth, costing. You may get a call if you're on a high cost drug from Disclosed RX where they're trying to set you up and ship that drug to you directly. But you're going to go to you're going to go to HEB and regular drugstores and stuff for most of your drugs. But when they get to be drugs, and I'm talking about $3,000 or $4,000 a year, then you'll find that Disclosed RX may try to source that a little bit differently for you. Some money on it. Then we have a telemedicine program through Revive. You can go to the Revive website. You can set up with a telemedicine doctor if you get up before you need it. Get your account set up and get your relationship with them set up so they have your medical information. That way, you can set that appointment. You don't have to go through that 30 or 45 minutes of paperwork. Okay, this is a summary of benefits plan. You've got a $2,500 deductible. Now I want to point out some things. Not only is Bill now going to pay 100% of your employee-only plan, which, that's about a $3,700 benefit to you additionally. They spend $7,472 on that plan. It's also going to have a lower out-of-pocket. Out-of-pocket was about $9,100 on an individual, and that's going down to $7,350 on this plan. So that's a $1,000 improvement on your out-of-pocket. Your life insurance, your old life insurance, you had $50,000. That's going to 2 times salary. So your life insurance will be improving as well. So you have a deductible $500. It's $5,000 on a family. Then you can see you have doctor's co-payments, $30. You go to the doctor, $6 for a specialist. Your preventive care is $0. That's free. And you notice you need to connect. You have a PPO network, but out of network is not going to be covered for most items. Chiropractic visits are $20 a visit. Take note of that. And then you'll see here are your prescription drug tiers for generic drugs. You have a $15 copayment. You can get mail order 31 90-day supply for $45. Preferred brand drugs are $45, and then non-preferred drugs are $85. And each of those has a mail order available as well. Okay, you can see specialty drugs. We need to put a little bit of attention to this. That shows 50% co-insurance. Your prior authorization is required for specialty drugs. Some of these specialty drugs cost like $50,000, $60,000. So you'll need to contact the specialty drug provider, and that'll be on your card when you get it. Okay. Outpatient surgery. It's 20% after deductible, so you pay your deductible 20%. When you hit your maximum out of pocket, it goes of $7,350. It goes to 100% coverage, and do the same thing. Emergency room, emergency medical transportation. Your urgent care, make note of that. That's $60 copayment. So you could go on to your Cigna network and find urgent care centers. But remember, if you use telemedicine, that's free. 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. You can do it from your car, your living room, your desk, your truck, whatever. Hospital stays, again, you meet your deductible, then it goes to 20% coverage. Mental health, outpatient is $30 co-payment, and inpatient services at $20. Notice over in the out-of-network, for these items, deductible and 40% co-insurance, but it's also subject to the allowable fee. Well, the allowable fee is usually less in network than it is out of network. You really get killed or not covered going out of network. So please pay attention at Cigna network and, get on that website, doctors, and stay in network there. So that'll work for you. Okay, just to see if there's anything else we really touch. So you can dig into this thing a little bit, go into some detail with it. Here's your group term life, and you can see that's 200% salary up to a maximum of $500,000. I'm sorry, it says 500, but it's going to cap out at 300,000 issue, and we're not doing any underwriting. So really, that will be in effect a $300,000 limit, since we're not going to do medical underwriting on these. You got to go fill out a bunch of forms and stuff to do that. So the guarantee issue you'll see right here is required, guarantee $100,000. That's the employer paid. Now, there's also an accidental death and dismemberment benefit, and it is also 2 times your salary. So by accident, you'll get 2 times the benefit. So if you had a $100,000 benefit, you get 200, and if you die by accident. Your dental insurance, you got some improvements on your dental insurance. Your old dental insurance had a $100 deductible. It was a 3 times per family. This one is a $50 deductible. So your deductible is cut in half. So that's an improvement. Great benefit for you. You can see here the deductibles in network and out of network. They'll pay in network fees to out of network dentists. And then it pays 100% for preventive, 80% for basic, 50% for major. And you see down below where you have your preventive, basic, and major services outlined here. Okay, so your open enrollment period, basically an open enrollment. We need enrollment done, like I said, this week, since we're changing carriers on all of this. All right, there's your vision. And back at the front of this, we showed you what the payroll deductions were for dental and vision. Your vision has a $10 copay for exams. This is a new benefit, $25 copay for prescription glasses. You get single vision bifocal and lenticular lenses, polycarbonate lenses for dependent children under age 18. And so $130 allowance for frames. Then elective contacts up to $60 copay for standard and premium contacts. $130 allowance in there for that. Okay. So you can see what some of your covered charges for some of the different benefits here. These are some discounts and services. You can just take some time. It's not insurance, some discounts on some of these different services are available. So if one of those is something that can help you, great. Now we have an additional a new benefit this year, group term. So your employer pays a base amount of insurance, 2 times your salary up to $300,000. Then we have a voluntary term life and accidental death and dismemberment benefit. And basically you can enroll up into $10,000 increments. So $10, $20, $30,000. The maximum here that is guaranteed you is $1,000. So you could add up to another $100,000 onto this program on you. Then on your spouse, you do 5,000 increments, minimum of 5,000, a maximum up to 100,000 as well. And of course, your accidental death and dismemberment doubles that. There is a benefit reduction on both, 35% reduction at age 65, and then it goes down an additional 15% at age 70. So your proof of good health, we don't do those. We just underwriting up to that 100,000 on your house, do up to 20. And then child benefits for eligible children 14 days or over, you may elect coverage in 10,000. So if you're a child, we can put up to 10,000 on them. Also, there's an accelerated death benefit. If you have a terminally ill employee, you can receive up to 75% of the life insurance benefit, up to $250,000. So if you had a 300,000, what's that? 100 times 0.75, that's $225,000 that you could get on your life insurance to help pay for terminal illness. When you use that accelerated death benefit, it reduces benefit by the accelerated benefit payment that you receive. But hey, if you got cancer or something and you really need the cash, sometimes that can really. Here are your voluntary rates. So the way these work, if you'll take a look, for instance, at age 30 years old, it basically tells you that's 0.13. So it's 13 cents per thousand. So at that 0.13 or 0.130, I multiplied. If I had 100,000, well, start out 10,000 would be about $1.30, and that's a monthly rate. Okay, that's a monthly cost, and so that's $13 for 100,000. So it changes, goes up as your ages go up. You can see those rates go up. You can do that in those $10,000 increments. Okay, so here's some numbers for Live, the telemedicine, and then for our office. Here, you'll also have numbers for your for some of this on your card. Probably take us about 3 weeks to get cards after we submit it. So I'm going to say probably the third week in December, you'll be getting a card somewhere about there. Any questions at this point?
I had a couple, but I don't know if you want me to ask them now or do you want me to, because it's just about, like, are you going to cancel Nippon life insurance, or is that something I need to do?
Say that again, Lisa. I'm sorry, I can hear you.
That's okay. Are you going to cancel the current life insurance group?
Yes.
Life insurance? Okay, so I don't have to worry about that?
We'll get with you to get a letter to do that. We have it's in place, and then we'll do a cancellation. It's still got to go through underwriting and get it done. So
okay, I just wanted to make sure I don't want to pay two. So, and then our construction and education, they're separate now. I'm getting two separate bills. Is that correct?
yes, this is built right education only.
Oh, so this is what this meeting about is for education only. So this has nothing to do with construction.
Right.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that. And then on the employee, when we go kind of like ease where everybody went to go enter in, how will Judy and I know, will we get an email saying this is what we need to deduct out of their payroll, or how will that work?
Yeah, we'll pull together a payroll deduction summary for you after we get the enrollment done.
Okay. Okay. That's all the questions I have.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else, Jordan? Okay, so these enrollments up. If you need to make any changes, if you're not currently enrolled, we need you to go on to the portal and enroll, for that. And appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Quick question.
What'd you say, Andy?
Just a quick question. The other day, we got the notification online about getting on the website and doing our open enrollment. I started that, but I didn't finish it. I wasn't sure if that's been taken or not.
We haven't sent that out yet. We've been working on putting it together right up.
Yeah, Andy, that the one that went out previously was for the Built Right side. We were on there by error, and so there will be another one that goes out after this call that has a link to the portal for BWC education.
Cool.
So Bill, you said that if we had the current coverage, then we'll have to go in and cancel that through the website.
You don't have to do anything. If you're
Okay.
current and you're not going to make a change, we're going to automatically roll over your coverage. If it's just like you covered, Carla, we'll roll over. But if you're
Okay.
tenant, then you would need to change it. Same thing with your life. You're going to automatically get enrolled in that life product. So if you're
Okay.
on the medical and life, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get automatically on there. And we'll reach you. So
Carla,
Okay.
it would still be probably a good exercise to go on the portal and check, because now we're offering, voluntary vision. There's an opportunity for additional voluntary life if you want it. And so
Okay.
just, making sure there's
Just
a few
look
new
around.
a few new things on there. So if, it's different than what's there previously. So probably just be good practice to go take a look at it, see if there's anything you want to add, and that way
Okay.
benefits can help us.
Awesome.
to that point, you've got two new benefits. You've got voluntary life insurance. So if you want additional life besides what the company, then number two, you've also got the vision plan, which is new. And of
Okay.
course, some of you might not be enrolled in dental now, but you want it. So
Okay.
go on, go through the benefits and update your elections. It's always a good idea to go through there and update it. Be sure we got your current address, your current phone number, email, all those things. Those are always good to go do. All right, guys. Anything
Okay,
else?
thank you,
Short?
Bill. No, sir. Appreciate it very much.
Bye.
Appreciate it, Bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.